I wanted to come in here for a moment. I want to make a point. I really, truly do. And I'm going to use the video link below to make this point. And before I make this point, I want to state a fact, okay? I live in a very racist county in Tennessee. And they have definitely have not made or even tried to attempt to make us feel at home. I remember when the storm came through, there was a devastating tornado that came through, and it really put a lot of devastation on this county. And we have only a few people in this county that really truly don't play the games like everybody else does. And I had one old man that are very fond of us as a little small community, and really truly has been nothing but a blessing to us, and we do everything we can to help them out as good neighbors. And they live probably about 4 or 5 miles from the community. I had one man to come and check on us. That's it. We had nobody. I think one sheriff drove by who knew about us, but other than that, nobody. No, let me rephrase that. The sheriff drove by when there was that great flood that took place in Nashville, Tennessee. But when that storm took place, nobody come to see about us. Nobody cared nothing about us. And we were, because we live on at the other end of the county, we were also some of the very last ones to actually get electricity turned on. Now, I said all that to say this, and I need for you to listen to me very closely. We have positioned ourselves. It's totally irrelevant to what people believe or do or behave towards us as a people at this community. And I could care less what they think or what they say. As long as I live my life, pattern up that Bible, and be the best just man that I can be, and continue to keep growing in grace and knowledge, I could care less what anybody else thinks or say outside of that. But we have positioned ourselves that if natural disasters take place or something goes wrong, we're not dependent upon the government, the benevolence, so-called benevolence of this county, because they don't have none towards us. They hate us clearly because of the color of my skin, clearly. But we have not positioned ourselves to depend upon anybody. We live our life in such a way, in such a manner to where we actually we have wood stoves in all of our homes, and if necessary, electricity goes out, and it goes out from here until months ahead. We can still survive. We will still eat a hot meal every single day. I'm saying all that to say this, that we're prepared for anything that comes. And are we completely prepared? No, there's always room for improvement in everything. But we are a whole lot better off than other people. Now, I said all that to say this. When you look at this link below right here, you'll watch these people, and you'll see what I'm talking about, the difference in mindset. And see, now people are getting all frustrated because they think the government, they think that the FEMA camps and the FEMA people, see, I keep telling you that people, you don't have to worry about, the FEMA camps really truly don't have to worry about rounding up people, because Americans will voluntarily go marching into them. Because they refuse to understand what's going on. They don't know what's in front of them. And they're waiting for handouts and dependency because they think it's owed to them, because they simply live and exist here in this country. And you're going to watch a bunch of people with an entitlement mentality get all upset. And of course, the only place right now they have to put these people are in condemned jails and prisons. But you're going to watch the attitude of these people who think that just because they are Americans that they are owed these entitlements by the government. What I'm trying to do is educate you to live in such a manner and live in such a way that you don't have to depend upon anybody and the benevolence of anybody whatsoever at all. Prepare your hearts and minds. Why are your churches not preparing? Why are your pastors, who's supposed to be the pillars and ground of strength in the communities, why aren't they preparing you for all this stuff? Why is it that we have an attitude that we feel like that we always have to depend on the government for everything? I mean, the government gets taxes from us, and that's how they function. Otherwise, they couldn't function at all. But you have to change your mind. And I think that the story itself would actually do more justice to what I'm trying to express and what I'm trying to say to all of us as a people. You've got to change your mind from the way you've been functioning and living. You've got to start seeing things a total different way. You've got to change the way you function. You got a whole paradigm shift that needs to be in front of you. You need to prepare yourself. You need to also learn how to prepare yourself to preserve yourself and your family and your loved ones, your dinner table. You need to be prepared financially. Number one, you need to be prepared spiritually. You need to be prepared financially. You need to be prepared socially. And you need to be prepared just for the simple fact of preparedness, so that if things do go awry, that you don't have to depend upon nobody, and you won't have the attitude that you're belly aching in front of everybody because you think it's owed to you simply because you exist. Listen and educate yourself and change your mind, and let this video speak to you where my words seem to keep falling on deaf ears.